going on, guys? Welcome back to the D-Bet-So YouTube channel. I am your host Martin and we are back once again with our Pundit of the Week. Joining me in the studio, as always, we have the one and only
Regan.
Sitting next to me, as always, also the one and only Davey. And the current... calm down. The current Pundit of the Week.
Akeem.
Right, this is an international week, so there won't be no Premier League preview. What we will do is change the format slightly of this show and go a little bit more in depth. And we'll put graphics on the screen and stuff like that, so make it very interesting for you guys that are watching. So rather than ask the pundits how they think they've done, we will get right into it and then we will lead our way up to revealing who finished where. So, do you lot remember the first game?
Yeah, I was looking through it.
I've got it all here.
Yeah.
We just check on one we've sent in.
No, I've got it here anyway. Right, so,
Brighton Burnley.
yeah. The first game was Brighton v Burnley, which was a bit of a snooze fest. I gave it a 5 out of 10 rating. Now, in that game, I scored 1 point, which was just for the entertainment value. Davies didn't score any points in that game. Regan scored 1 point, which was also for entertainment value. And Akeem scored 3 points. He scored 2 for entertainment value and 1 for the correct result. So he obviously predicted a draw. Now, moving on. So Akeem's correct score was 1-1. The game finished 0-0. So yeah. Not a great start, but for Akeem it was a steady start. 3 points. If you get 3 points in all the games, it's 30 points. So good start for Akeem. So yeah, not so good for Davey, who obviously didn't get any points in the first game.
Wow.
Just going back to player to watch, we all picked. Us three picked Tariq Lamptey, and I think
He had assist,
Yeah.
didn't he? He nearly scored.
no, but he had a chance apparently right at the start of the game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think he had a chance and he shot wide or over or something like that.
You picked Adam Lallana, Regan. I'm trying to think how accurate anyone was. It was Akeem. Akeem got 2.
Well, I got my predictions here. If everybody gets a prediction.
No, I've got it all there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all there.
Oh, okay. I said, yeah.
So my prediction was a headed goal. Obviously, there was no goal. Davies was 6 plus stoppage time minutes. There was 4. Regan's was Tariq Lamptey assist. Didn't happen. And Akeem's was 1 penalty awarded, which also didn't happen. So.
And that was a 0-0 game.
0-0, yeah.
Yeah, I said 1-0.
So Akeem got a correct result, not a correct score, correct result, so he got a point for that. So yeah, we started off, Davey no points, me and Regan 1 point, Akeem 3 points. Right.
So he was top.
He was
in the
top.
last game.
Moving on, the next game was Southampton v Newcastle. Now, in that game, let me just go back to the Burnley game. The man of the match was Nick Pope, which is the Burnley goalkeeper. None of us picked him, so that could have been a point for one of us somewhere along the line, but it didn't happen. Moving on, Southampton v Newcastle. I gave it a 7 out of 10 rating. Now, in that game, I scored 3 points. I got 2 points for entertainment value, so obviously I predicted 7 out of 10. And I got 1 point for correct result, which was Southampton won 2-0. Davey got some points on the board. He scored 3.5 points. His player to watch got an assist, which was... Who was your player to watch? Theo Walcott, sorry. Entertainment value, Davey also got 2 points and he got a correct result. He obviously said Southampton will win, not correct score, correct result. So he got a point for that. Regan got 2 points. He got 1 point for entertainment value and he got 1 point for the correct result. And Akeem got 5 points in this game. He's got player to watch scored a goal, which was Che Adams. Entertainment value, he got 2 points. He got the correct result, and Che Adams was also man of the match. So Akeem.
What was it in terms of 5 out of 10?
What's that?
What was it in terms of value?
7 out of 10.
Oh, 7 out of 10.
Akeem. Right. So after the second round of games, Akeem had 8 points. I had 4 points. David had 3.5, and Regan had 3 points. Now going back to that game, my player to watch was James Ward-Prowse. Obviously, no impact. Davies, Theo Walcott, and he got an assist. Regan picked Callum Wilson. Obviously, Newcastle didn't score, and Keane's player not only scored, but he also, Che Adams, got man of the match. Going to our randoms, I picked 3 or more goals. Didn't happen. Davy's prediction was a keeper to take a free kick outside the box, which didn't happen. Regan's prediction was Ings and Wilson to score. And as always, Keane's prediction was Saint Maximin to score. And
It
didn't happen. So, like I said, at the end of round 2, Akeem was top with 8 points. I had 4 points. David had 3.5 and Regan had 3. So,
the thing is, in that game, Phil Walcott should have scored, shouldn't he?
Yeah,
It was a glorious chance.
yes.
And he shot wide, didn't it? He shot wide.
Yeah, some of the when I recall back, some of these players like cost us points, man. We'll get into that, but yeah. Regan, how do you think that game went for you? Southampton Newcastle.
It's one of the ones where, as you can clearly see, I put all my eggs on Callum Wilson. You know, he's my player to watch and ran a prediction, and you know, he didn't even score, so that's both of them out the window. You know, it's one of them ones where if it comes in, I'm gonna get a big amount of points, but if it don't, as you see, yeah, I did nothing.
So we went from Davy top. No, not Davy top. Sorry, Keane was top for the first 2 rounds. Sorry, my bad. Moving on to the third game, which was Everton v Manchester United. Now, Davy, Keane, Regan, did you not watch that game?
Yeah.
What did you think of the game?
The game was okay game, wasn't it? To be fair, if I can remember right.
Yeah.
It was an okay game. It was pretty decent.
Everton
game.
started off well.
Yeah, Everton started off well. Yeah, I agree. Everton started off well. They got that goal, although I don't think he meant to put it there. It's a bit fortunate, I think. But yeah, they went ahead, and then after that,
Yeah.
yeah,
Credit to Man United,
Yeah.
especially in sort of, like I said, the daggers are out for them. They came back.
Yeah.
Just going back to Bernard's goal, my random prediction was a goal to be scored outside the box. He was probably about 2 yards inside the box.
Oh, I thought, was he inside?
He was inside, yeah. No, he was probably about 2 yards. So I was thinking, oh man, like, yeah, I could have potentially got a couple points for that. Yeah. Right. So in that game, I scored only 1.5 points, which was my player to watch got an assist. Who was my player to watch? Rashford.
Yeah, I think I got, we both of them.
Entertainment value only got 1.
No, I said Rashford as well.
Davey scored. Oh, right. Davey scored in this game 8.5 points. He got half a point for Marcus Rashford's assist. He got 2 points for entertainment value. He got 1 point for correct result, and he got 5 points for the correct score, which Cavani scored in the 94th minute.
That cost me.
I was praying. I wanted to say, "What you want it 3-1?" I said, "That's my prediction." Come on. And then when they got the pen, he squared the Cavani. I think he's gonna score.
Yeah. So that got Davey an extra 5 points, and the sort of the flip side to that is that Regan and Akeem had 2-1. So they would have obviously got those 5 points. And if correct me if I'm wrong, was that the only correct score?
I think so.
In the whole round.
I think
of
so.
games?
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely mine. And obviously, you know that correct score
came
makes
right
a big
in the
difference.
last like stoppage time.
You know that makes a big difference to your points tally, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Correct score,
Yeah, it definitely does. That would have helped me a bunch.
So that kind of was a body blow for these two, and that was a pick me up for Davey. The man of the match in that game was Bruno Fernandes, who none of us picked, but obviously he was the clear man
I'm
of the
gonna
match.
say this now, I'm not picking no Man United forward ever again. They seem to do nothing. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
There's not a penalty. They just do nothing for you, man.
Yeah, it's true. I was watching it, I was a bit frustrated, like, come on, man. And then even Rashford could have got a goal and he didn't even get his head on
And
it.
you know, it's like as much as he's doing outside of football, we're talking about football here. It's like he's just playing for himself.
Yes.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Trying to get the long range shot in.
And dribbling in areas where you should be passing the ball, like trying to take 3 and 4 players on when you could just beat one.
The worst thing is, one of them, like how I say about Werner, like, once I don't pick him, he's going to score.
Yeah.
You think they're forwards, they're going to score sometime. What week is this in the thing? How many games they played in the league, you know?
If you look at the top of the
Man
report,
United,
you know, they're just not doing nothing.
The thing is,
if you look at the top, it says we are round of 7.
me, Davey, and Akeem picked Marcus Rashford, and Regan, as always, picked Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who I did say in the preview show that at some point his goals are going to dry out.
It's going to go for a spell.
So, so after the third game, Davey jumped all the way up. Can you see this? Davey jumped up to top with 12 points. I'll put this on the screen for you lot. Akeem, second with 10.5. Regan had 6 points, and I was at the bottom with 5.5 points.
I think that, yeah, like we said, isn't it? That correct result.
Correct, so, yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that
score, sorry, is it's massive.
That's why sometimes when we do the show, I hate it when someone else picks the same scores because you're thinking like that. Yeah,
they're gonna get the same points if we come through. Yeah.
So right. So obviously it got interesting, and I was at the bottom.